I welcome you guys back into my nice beautiful video. I understand every single day, guys. What's important is making sure you're growing and making sure you're pronunciating yourself in a different way every single day. But what's new in my life every single day is something that I'm growing with. I make sure every single day that I'm producing much more music. I'm making sure I'm traveling the world. I make sure I'm speaking better with you. I make sure every single day that I'm communicating better with myself all day long, and then I'm grooming myself all day long so that I can go also to the disabling toilets, so that I have a trolley where I can go to the disabling toilets, because that's my nice beautiful excuse to say, hey, I have a trolley over here. I have a bag full of stuff, man. I need to go into the disabling toilets to be able to groom myself, and also to have a nice beautiful, let's say, time to lock myself in the disabling toilets over there, because it's a bigger space. And you can realize that when people go and they're disabled, in terms of they have a disabling or a disability, eventually they go into the disabling toilets. So I always go into the disabling toilets because I have a trolley, and because I have a trolley, that's why I can go. But that's why you can go also if you just get yourself a trolley. And then what happens is that no matter what happens, you just realize every single day you're just growing. You're just making sure that you're going to love your life. You're understanding every single day. You're giving ideas. You need to be giving ideas in a different way, because what's important for your life today is understanding skill sets and making sure you're boosting your vibe today. Because what's important every single day is YouTubing and also doing some social media around town. Because if you're doing your work every single day and you're communicating in a different way, you're focusing on different skill sets every single day, and you're focusing on making sure that no matter who's around you, you can speak over them. You can make sure you can give some ideas along the way. Because what's important every single day is focusing on being the loudest in front of people, because that way you're going to be much more successful. And then that way you're going to understand why it's so important for you to travel around the world. And it's so important for you to travel around the world because you can go to hostels, you can go to motels, you can get to hotels as well. But what's amazing is, first realize, you go hostels around the world, you go see how it is for yourself, and then you go motels around the world, and then you go hotels around the world, and then you get your own real estate around the world. I mean, you understand the four levels of real estate, which is go and understand. The fifth one is making sure you start off with your parents. You're starting off with your parents' real estate, and then guess what? You go to hostels, and you go into motels, you go into hotels, you go into big real estate units that you have for yourself, and you have your own resort home, you have your own mansion. Do you understand? So realize that every single day you're leveling into those levels of capacity every single day to go and talk and to really, really pronunciate yourself better. But if people are coming in, let's say, into your accommodation center where you're sleeping, because sometimes you may be sleeping in you may be sleeping in a 10-bedroom apartment, or maybe a 50-bed room where there's 50 people sleeping in one room, or maybe 25 people or 10 people or 8 people or 6 people or whatever. But understand that's what happens at hostels and at these places where travelers and backpackers go, and then everybody sleeps in one room. I understand, but guess what? You're enjoying your life. You still get to go to the places that you want to enjoy your life with. But every single day, focus on doing your work and make sure every single day that you're creating something big for yourself so that you can go and do much greater. I'm just creating a $50 million track that's even worth more than $50 million. You have to understand that I'm creating something priceless, so that when I start playing it around festivals, you're going to come see me, because there's a big hype about this track, or let's say sets or type of music that I make. So I understand every single day that if you want to make music and if you want to do something very special, you have to understand every single day, focus on understanding that you save all your files, and then understand either way, you can never lose what you're doing. You understand? Because I understand every single day that if I start off one way, I may want to understand that I want to start off that way, even though I made 1,000 saving files, because my track may look totally different by the time I save 1,000 times my files. And by the time I, let's say, transition into 1 month of doing that track, it turns into something bigger. But then I want to understand that the original sound that I did start off with, it never really, really, let's say, ends off like that. So what do? I make sure I start off with the original sound, which is, let's say, the nice beautiful 100th saved, in terms of the 100th saving file, where I was saving 100 times, and that file, which is level 100, or this file that says new 100, or any type of file that is number 100, for example, is my first 1 hour set. And then the level 2 is going to be my 200th file, which is my 200th file. and then 300th file and 400th file, and guess what? I put it all together, but it's a slow progression into something magnificent. I mean, it's a slow progression into something magnificent. You understand? So when you're really, really life coaching people and going around the world, you have to start from level 100, and then start off with 200, and then start off with level 1 first, but then make your way up, and then realize that sometimes you want to use level 100 as your first hour, and then you want to use level 200 as your first hour in terms of the second hour, and then understand that you're combining this nice beautiful music and life together, and then you're understanding every single day that you're going to compose yourself and you're going to transpose your music. You're going to understand every single day that you can go and do whatever it is that you want to do daily, because you have to understand that you have to pitch yourself into success. You have to understand every single day to transpose yourself into success in every single format, because when you're understanding how to communicate daily, and then you're understanding to do that work daily in front of other people, so when they're communicating to you, you communicate with them, you say hello, you say goodbye, you say I'll see you soon, I have to go, man. You understand? Because guess what? I mean, you have to understand that if they come to approach you and sit on your table, I mean, if you leave, you say goodbye, guess what? You have to understand, you say I see you very soon. Because if you just leave, but they came to see you, but you just leave them, and you never say a word, I'm guess what? You're never then connecting with those individuals. So what you need to do is connect with them with words only. And the further away you are from people who you have spoken to with words, you have to understand that's the distance between you. Understand? So if you want to connect and stay in connection with other people, try to get them to reply, and then ask them for something in terms of life, and then ask them to understand about them. You understand? Because every single day that if you find out about other people and how they are, I'm pretty sure they will try to find out about how you are. Now, if you understand now that I just go around really, really traveling, but I understand if I push my trolley and I listen to my music, I'm always rich. Even if you're in a limo, man. I mean, understand, because why? I'm pumping my music. I'm a music producer, and I love to listen to my music while I pump my trolley while I walk somewhere. And even to the shops in a poor area. I understand? Because why not? I want to see a poor area too in life. I want to see everything, man. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what you want to achieve, you can achieve it if you just understand yourself. You have to understand every single day to focus on communicational skills and getting yourself higher in every single dome of life, so that you can understand that no matter what you're doing daily is making sure that you can go and really, really prosper your communicational style, because you have work to do. You're making sure every single day you're doing something amazing for yourself. You're making sure every single day that you can go and deliver content, because regardless of what's happening around the world, you have to be able to go and do it. You have to understand to be doing that information rather than reading it. You understand? I'm pretty sure though that what's important is reading the information also, but make sure you understand that you're doing more than the information. I mean, what sets me apart from all the trance music producers in the planet and from all the music producers in the planet? I create music that's longer than their music. I create longer music than their music. I mean, I go into it, I start learning the software, I start learning everything much more than them in life. And then I jump into life coaching too. But they are just a music producer, I'm a life coach. I'm pretty sure they're just a life coach, I'm a life coach and a music producer and an actor and a singer and a rapper. I mean, because I'm an athletic type of guru as well. So I teach everything. I mean, because I want to dwell upon a better life. I want to make sure that every single day I'm communicating something great. I want to make sure every single day that if you want to get yourself nice, beautiful clothing and you have affordability to do it, you get it right now, because otherwise it's now or never. I mean, it's now or never. I mean, do you want it now? You get it now because you deserve it. I promise you. Now, if you get a certain amount of money every single fortnight or week, you must understand to live within your means. But if you want to grow your financing, you have to grow your communicational skills. I promise you, there's no other way to grow financing other than growing your communicational skills. So I am able to look good and do what I do and be able to make this video because of why. I promise you, it's because I'm communicating in this video the whole time. I mean, in a sense, so every single day that if you just communicate the whole time and you communicate more and more, you're going to teach people everything about your life, and then you're going to teach people how to really be satisfactory with yourself, and then you're going to understand how to lead people, and you're just going to be in front of people in the spotlight, and you're going to understand every single day that you can go and really, really dwell upon what you're saying, but then you're just practicing on camera to make sure that every single day that you go and perform your nice, beautiful life coaching techniques or your nice, beautiful music files and production skills. But guess what? You do. You make sure every single day that if you have music software or any type of software in life, you make sure you save all the files, you make sure you do all the videos, you make sure you do all the presentations, you make sure you get all the files, you put all the files in their characteristics, and you put them in their own categories. You understand? And then what happens is you make sure you put the audio stem files there, you put other nice beautiful extras in that nice beautiful folder, and then guess what? You tidy it up, and then guess what you do from that point? You put the actual files that you can open them with, you put them in one file, and then guess what happens from this point? You make sure every single day you're making sure you're creating videos of yourself, teaching that content as well, and then you put it online somewhere, and then guess what happens? I mean, people can see your track, I mean, people can see your life, I mean, people can see what you've done totally in one folder. I understand? And then guess what? I mean, that's your mastery course, and anybody who ever wants to learn from you an idea or something like that about your music production or your video design or whatever you're doing in life is in one folder, and then you send a link and you put on Instagram bio link or you put on the YouTube link, and guess what? I mean, everybody can find it. I mean, you understand? I mean, there's no excuses for you why, in terms of life, you can never ever do anything when you can do something. You must understand every single day. You must go and create these courses so that you can understand how to really teach people throughout life. Because if you're not teaching, I mean, what are you doing then? You must understand you must be teaching something to succeed. So what am I doing here in this video? Because I'm teaching you here. I mean, I'm teaching here because I'm teaching you here in a way that I'm learning how to grow myself in thyself in the word I understand every single day. I focus upon understanding I'm just on fire, baby. I'm on fire, baby, in a way that I'm doing better than fire. I'm doing better than what I say in life. I understand, because I understand that what's important is what you say you attract. So if you understand that fire in terms of I'm on fire means for me that I am something greater than yesterday, I promise you every single day that if you understand that, I make sure that you understand how I really, really take care of myself. I make sure every single day I have more than enough money, I have more than enough abundance, I have more than enough of everything, because I understand that I live within my means. I make sure I'm communicating daily to you so that you can find out about Danny Milivojevic and who the word I is. You must understand everybody is the word I. Right now, if you understand every single day, my music production name in terms of my music producer name is the word I. I'm pretty sure every single day that if you find the word I somewhere, I'm pretty sure now you have to come and watch I. Because guess what happens when you watch I? I teach you something about life. I give you an experience about life. I make sure I electrify your ass. I mean, understand, I make sure every single day that no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to make sure that I'm very powerful in my communicational skills so that you understand every single day how to lift yourself. You must understand every single day that if you want to succeed and you want to do something better, if you want to do something better in life, you must understand to be a badass. You must understand every single day, focus on going and writing a book for yourself and writing a blog for yourself and writing some journals down and writing some audio and video and put yourself on video as well, and then understand to go and develop these teachings in video and audio and writing materials and quotes. And guess what? Actually, that's the most prosperous road, and that's what Jesus does. So if you understand every single day to go and understand what you do every single day is the word I only. I only ever do the word I only, and then I understand every single day that is why I follow Jesus Christ, because I understand every single day that it's the I that I follow, because that's everything I ever need, because that's what Jesus Christ wants you to understand, that if you just go to the word I, you have everything. I'm pretty sure now, I have so much confidence in me that I understand that no matter what, that my communicational skills is lifting very quickly. I mean, as you can see, I'm pretty sure, although you have to understand every single day that I'm really, really fast about my communication. I'm really, really fast about what I do in life. And then people from the past never really believe I and my life and how I really live my life. I'm pretty sure they never believe a word I say. But guess what? You guys never have to believe a word I say. You believe Jesus Christ. You understand? Because every single day, focus on Him and focus on successful people is all I'm saying. So if you never find me successful, you must understand to go find somebody successful then. Because I'm very successful. I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what you're doing every single day, focus on understanding that you're growing your skills and growing your product and growing your information daily so that you can go and lift people daily, so you can understand daily something about your life daily. I understand. So every single day, focus on making sure that no matter what, that you're going to use different communicational tactics. And I understand every single day that if you go and really, really pronounce yourself in a better way, you're going to understand that no matter what, you just look somebody much better. You understand? You make sure every single day that you understand that no matter what you're doing, you're going to focus upon understanding your life is now. Now, if you understand that no matter what, that you always have control over what you're saying every single day, you must understand that no matter what you're doing, you're going to focus upon a greater lifestyle for yourself. You're going to take away nothing from life, but you're going to give everything to life. You understand? Because that's how you really, really move forward. I mean, if you want to move forward, you give more money to people. You understand? I promise you, the more money you give to people in their events, the more popular you are. Because how do you get that money in the first place? I mean, you get the money first by promoting your name, and then promoting your legacy, and promoting your face, and promoting your content, and promoting what you have to give, and then making big events around it, and then charging people at the doors. And then once they get to the doors, you give them this massive experience of you, and then guess what? Your work is done. You have made the money. I mean, they all came to see you. You are in the attention. You are in the spotlight. You are famous. You have all the money now because you're abundant. You know what I'm saying? I promise you now, if you understand that, if you go into the spotlight today, you are more like Jesus Christ than those people who are in the crowd. I mean, in a sense, so I deserve to be much more like Jesus Christ today. I deserve to make the best music in the planet so that I can go and give people the best performance, and so that I can go and be above the crowd. I mean, I want to be above the crowd because I never want to be a part of the crowd. I understand? I want to be above the crowd. I want everybody to see me. I understand? I mean, I want to be the center of attention. I want all the attention on me. I understand? Because that's how I live my life now. Unfortunately, there's no hiding anymore. I used to hide before. I used to go doing bad stuff. I used to understand nothing about life because I didn't even understand myself. I understand, but guess what? I understand every single day that now I understand my life is prosperous. I mean, you understand, I'm prospering every single day. I'm focusing on understanding that if you want to talk past tense in your videos or future tense, you can, but go back to the I because that's the present moment. The I, in terms of the word I, is the present moment in your communicational skills. So if you come back to the I mean, you're just going to understand how to speak. I mean, I promise you, it's just that simple. Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that if you just go and really, really rule over your world every single day and you become healthier throughout life, I promise you that no amount of rich people or anybody who's going to call you poor, I mean, guess what? I mean, they can never call you poor if you're healthier. I mean, you understand? So every single day, if you're just healthier every single day and learning the nutritional skills and learning how to corrupt nobody, and then understanding every single day you're being kind to everybody, I promise you now, guess what? You're just rich, and eventually you're going to create big events around yourself, and you're going to make all the money like Beyonce and Michael Jackson and Avicii and IO and all these people. And for example, making sure every single day you understand that no matter what, you're just going to go and do much greater. I mean, go and make all the money in the world. Because you have to go and create events, and you have to create big events for yourself. You have to understand every single day, go and really, really be much more than everything in life, because you have to motivate people into that nice, beautiful phase of life where you can go and develop your nice, beautiful freedom. But you have to do it alone. And guess what? I'm alone. I mean, there's no woman around me. I mean, there's no kids around me, but I'm 28. I have another, let's say 20 years, and I'd be 48 years of age. And then I have another 7 years to go from that point. I mean, understand? I have 27 years to make a kid, man. I promise you it's a whole year ahead of me. I have a whole lifetime ahead of me. I never even need a kid in my life. I never even need a kid. But guess what? I have time for one. I have time to have a kid. I have time because guess what? I'm rich. I'm abundant. I'm healthier. I'm somebody who's able to communicate and teach the kids something. I mean, you understand? I mean, most people have 5 kids and they're less than 20 years of age, and then they're relying on other people for money to feed the kids. I mean, what for? I mean, why are you even making kids in the first place? I mean, what's the rush? I mean, why are you rushing your life? I mean, why do you want to be a mother at 14 years of age? I mean, in a sense, so, I mean, why do you even allow that for yourself? I mean, in a sense, so guess what? I mean, go and focus on your life and go and be much more secure on yourself before you have a kid, because that kid's going to grow up with you, and that kid I want to have much more compassion with, in terms of I want that kid of yours to have much more money and much more prosperity and much more abundance in Jesus Christ. So make sure you understand to have that first and then give that to the kid. But if you have nothing of that, then you're teaching the kid to have no Jesus Christ either. And then guess what? You must understand every single day to focus on being a better parent, and be a better parent with yourself first, and love and manage yourself, and never be 150,000 kilos sitting on a beach like a whale. I mean, and never getting up and eating a sandwich or a cheeseburger on the freaking beach when it's freaking, let's say, 100 degrees Celsius and nobody's around you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, why? I mean, be alone. But guess what? I mean, why do you want to be 50,000 kilos and look like a walrus? I mean, why? I mean, what for? I mean, go and educate yourself a bit. I mean, go and talk to people and try to educate yourself and try to educate yourself and try to educate yourself. I mean, go and learn about the information, man. I mean, understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, stop relying on the government and stop relying on other people to get you what you want. I understand? I mean, go and get it yourself. You want something, you go and get it, because guess what? I realize that when you understand that you made it in life and you create something for your life, but you are taking full responsibility for that, actually, it feels good when you make a $20,000 track. I mean, you made it. You made it. I mean, nobody helped you with that. I mean, doesn't that feel good for you? I mean, of course it does. But if somebody else says, "Hey, I made 70% on the track," I mean that guy over there making 30% on the track, man. I mean, yeah, we made the money, but he's making 30% on the track over there. I mean, guess what? I realize, you understand? If you say, "Hey, I did 100% of the track. I did 100% of it. I mean, I create everything, man." I understand, because guess what? I mean, I want you to understand that. I never want to be walking your shoes. I want to walk my shoes. I never want to walk anybody's shoes in life, except I understand. So focus on understanding that if you go and really grow yourself today, and you're focusing on lifting your communicational skills, you will find what to say. I mean, you're saying, I mean, it's so easy. I mean, it's so easy to be able to communicate on camera and be able to push yourself daily to go and communicate with yourself and everybody around the world. I mean, understand, but how about you now? First, you have to practice, man. You have to understand that no matter what, that if you understand that every single day you bypass something that you said, so you can go and achieve something greater. You understand? I mean, go and focus on. Focus on being so smart with yourself that you have something much more passionate than anything in the world. You understand? I mean, make sure you understand that you have yourself, which is the most passionate aspect of your life. Because if it's not, first now, what are you doing with your life? You must understand every single day. You have to remain interesting. So if you want to be interesting, you have to ask questions. You have to ask yourself questions the most, and then you have to understand to speak to anybody at any time, and you can go anywhere at any time. I understand you can go anywhere you want. I mean, guess what? Focus on understanding that my life, for example, I make sure that I'm at my accommodation or indoors before 6 p.m. at night, or at nighttime at least. I mean, I never want to be roaming the nights. Although I'm a music producer and I want to be in nightclubs, but that's different. I mean, that's my job. I mean, that's my work. That's my work. I mean, that's different. I mean, it's my passion to be at festivals until 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's my passion. I mean, do you understand? But it's different because I am on the stage doing it. I'm never in the crowd, man. I'm never going with other people around doing drugs to get to a festival, man, on a train or something. I mean, you understand? Because I used to do that. I'm not sure that now I want to be the spotlight on the stage, baby. I want to pump the music because I want thousands of people to watch me, and that's why I go where people are. And even if they're doing drugs, I have nothing to do with that. You understand? I have nothing to do with that. I am against drugs. Totally. I'm against drugs. Understand? I never do drugs. I love everything, but I understand every single day that I focus on doing something greater for myself. So why do you ask me? I mean, you have to ask me, but guess what? I mean, that's why I go to nightclubs and festivals and all these places, even though there's alcohol, and even though I'm against it, I still go there so I can DJ. Understand? So either way, understand that I'm doing my passion here. I'm providing a service for 50,000 people so that I can get money off every single individual, so that I can go create massive events around myself and travel the world while those 50,000 people and individuals are working a 9-to-5 job. Understand? And that's it. That's it. That's my passion. Understand? My passion is that you grow out of the 9-to-5 job. I'm helping you over here, aren't I? Understand? Because most of the crowd works on a 9-to-5 job. I never work a 9-to-5 job. I never choose to work a 9-to-5 job. I make sure I'm better than a 9-to-5 job because I have something better to do. I have my nice, beautiful life coaching techniques. I have my nice, beautiful life coaching videos and life coaching. And I have my nice, beautiful music production. And I have comedy and acting and singing. I make it. I make it in this lifetime for myself. And my growth in my communicational skills with myself is much more important than anybody else. Understand? I rather communicate with myself all day long than anybody else. Do you understand? Because I understand Jesus Christ. I understand I follow Jesus Christ. I understand every single day. Focus on loving yourself more than everything. Because that way, you're going to understand how to be on the spotlight. Because if you're with other people in the crowd of the 50,000 people who have never been in the spotlight, how do you expect to be in the spotlight, man? If you are around 50,000 people who have never ever been on the DJ deck pumping the music to 50,000 people, how do you expect to be the one pumping the $50,000 track or more than that you have in terms of being able to pump that music in front of 50,000 people when you're around the crowd? How are you going to do that? It's either the crowd or it's either DJing in front of 1 million people and more. What do you want? Guess what? Or else if you want the crowd, the crowd is going to work on a 9-to-5 job, and then guess what they're going to do? Or else they're going to take your woman, I mean, they're going to cheat on you. I mean, they're going to lie to you. I mean, they're going to be fake on you. I mean, they're going to give you drugs, and they're going to try to take you in jail, and they're going to try to rob you. I mean, guess what? I mean, why do you want to be around them? I mean, why do you want to be around the crowd? Why do you want to be around the crowd for? I mean, they're all liars. I mean, every single one of them are lying to you that you're somebody in their field. I mean, understand? I mean, all of them are lying to you. I mean, understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, understand this. I promise you, they may care for you. I mean, they may genuinely care for you. I promise you, they probably do care for you. I promise you, 100% they do care for you in some type of regard, because they're never hurting you. I mean, they're never violent with you, but they're never going to teach you how to become a millionaire and a billionaire and a multimillionaire, and also to pump music and to sing, and to also be able to do these life coaching videos and to go traveling the world. I mean, is that 50,000 crowd around you going to be around you in terms of, let's say, life? You must understand that with myself, I make sure I'm always better than the crowd. I make sure you have to understand that there's always a crowd around everybody. Understand? But my crowd is something better than everybody else's crowd. I have Jesus Christ, and that's my crowd, man. I understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, I have everything in my word I. Understand? I make sure every single day you understand that. I mean, that's my crowd. I mean, where's your crowd? I mean, who's your crowd? I mean, did even Jesus Christ pop up into your mindset? I mean, you have to understand that Jesus Christ and I is everything in my life. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, understand that. If you just understand, I just stick to Jesus Christ. I follow nobody else. Understand? Because nobody else teaches me jack shit about life. Understand? Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that what I teach you is what Jesus Christ teaches me. Understand? And now I understand, I just grab the ideas from Jesus Christ and I teach myself. I understand? So that's how I really grow myself every single day, to focus on never being a part of the crowd, because I want to pick up $200 from each of them. Understand? I never want to be in the crowd where I have to give $200 to be around drug addicts and alcohol people. Understand? Because guess what? I mean, I'm doing that, but I'm doing that on the stage. But guess what? I'm just never the one to do drugs and alcohol, is what I'm saying. I'm never doing drugs and alcohol. I may be around drug addicts. I'm around drug addicts right now. I mean, I'm in Port Macquarie. Approximately 1 kilometer over there, I promise you, there's a person who's doing drugs and alcohol, man. I promise you. I go on a plane. I promise you, I see a bar on the plane, man. I promise you, somebody is freaking doing drugs on a plane as well, man. I go to the toilet in the nice, beautiful, let's say, shopping mall. I promise you, there's a mom waiting there to do drugs. You understand? I promise you, I see her face. I mean, do you have drugs, man? I never need the drugs. I understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, I'm always around people. You understand? I'm around people, but I get away from people too. And now, because I get away from people, I never have a group. I never have a group that specifically that I hang around with. I hang around with everybody. I hang around with everybody. Because guess what? I only hang around with my word I and Jesus Christ. Really. I mean, guess what? I may message you and ask you something, but guess what? I'm never with you guys. I'm never with that group that you're with. Understand? I may go into the same nightclub as you. And what happens is that people may go into that nightclub, and then there may be, let's say, with people in that nightclub. But guess what I'm doing? I'm by myself in the nightclub. I never want to be around other people. I mean, I want to be by myself working on my business. You understand? Because otherwise, other people are always minding your business. So if you're around those people, you have to understand that they care for you. But you have to mind your business, and you have to go your way, because they are trying to go your way because you have the attention. But what you do is you go the other way towards Jesus Christ, and then understand that's the way you go. While they follow you, you follow Jesus Christ. You understand? Because that's how life is growing you. You have to understand, every single day you're growing in a different manner. You're making sure that no matter what you do, I have somebody walking in and walking out. I understand, but guess what I'm doing? I am never ever nervous around people. I'm never nervous and anxious around people, because I understand that my communicational skills is something that grows me. I understand? So when I grow, I'm growing daily. I'm growing and making sure that I'm growing in a different way all the time. I'm making sure every single day I have much to do. But if you have a business card to give somebody, I realize now, if you have a business card to give, if you have a business card to give to somebody, you go give them for free if they never ask you. I mean, if they never ask you for a business card, you give it to them for free, because at least try to sell yourself for a better life. I mean, do you understand? I mean, try to sell yourself on a better life and a better occasion to make sure you're giving people business cards. You understand? Because every single day, that if you want to look the best, you have to. You have to look the best. I want you to get on the stage with public speaking people who are millionaires and billionaires, and I want you to understand to go and be one of them. And then guess what? I want you to be better than them as well. And then I want you to be able to give this information for free. And then I want you to understand to be on the stage looking the sexiest and the most vibrant, because you are the fastest communicator on the planet, and because you're the fastest communicator, you're also the smartest. You're also somebody who's much better than yesterday, and then you're focusing on just yourself and understanding every single day that whatever you're doing in life is you're chopping through communicational skills to understand how to talk. Because when you understand that anybody who can talk really quickly or I can say is really somebody who has a sharp mind, and it's somebody who's really, really doing something to help your life. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, every single day that when you have a great attitude, for example, you have to understand that no matter what you're doing, you have to understand every single day that if somebody complains about you, you make sure that you never complain about yourself, because I understand it's much more about self-love than it is about their complaints. I mean, so there are going to be people in your life who are complaining about you doing something around a woman or a man, and they want that man or woman, and that's why they're complaining about you. I mean, they want you to get away from the crowd so that they can grab your woman, and so that they can grab your man or whatever. I mean, guess what? I mean, you go away from the crowd. I mean, let them have it. I mean, as Jesus Christ says, you must let them win. You let the crowd win. You let people win, and that way you will win and prosper yourself. So I understand if you have a business in life, you focus on yourself only, and that way you're going to prosper the quickest. You're going to quickly prosper every single day and focus on understanding that there's so much more to do every single day in your life to make sure that you're prospering yourself into abundance every single day, to focus upon understanding that every single day you focus upon lifting your communicational skills. You have to be abundant about what you're saying daily in a different manner, but then you have to travel around. You have to understand that no matter what, you have to use my codes of conduct in terms of my traveling EQ, in terms of my nice, beautiful functioning mode of traveling with my colors. I mean, you have to understand that no matter what, now I've already said it, but I understand every single day, focus upon understanding that there are many colors of life, but you have to understand that there are just a few colors or several colors where you have to understand that of life, you can go toward the blue colors, which are the nice, beautiful outside. I mean, it's a nice, beautiful out zone area of the beach areas of life, and those are the most popular areas of life. And then you have the nice, beautiful yellow areas like Belgrade and Paris, which have no beach. So if you go to the yellow areas of life, you'll focus upon something greater. And then understanding the orange areas are something just further out from the yellow areas. So if you go from, let's say, 10 kilometers out from Belgrade, for example, you'll find orange areas. You'll find these, let's say, small towns, for example, but there's no Greenland. But then what you do is realize that from the orange areas, and after that is a green area. And then that means anything that's a green area is all, let's say, farmland and all, let's say, trees and waterfalls and all that. And then understand that the red zone area is like Mount Everest and, let's say, the nice, beautiful Ayers Rock, for example, anywhere that it's no signal and no Wi-Fi, for example. So understand that white areas, it's like, for example, Belgrade and also Russia and Germany where there's snow. So there's also white areas, but no beach, for example. I understand, although, that white areas also do have a beach, for example, like in Antarctica, for example. So understand to go and visit everything in terms of all colors, but there's so much more to talk about in that nice, beautiful scenery that I understand that no matter what, I just want to update you a bit about everything. I understand every single day, focus upon understanding to move on from everything, and then focus upon loving your life completely so that you can go and really, really be much more productive upon what you say. But even if you change the topic into something else completely different because you did teach people, eventually you have to understand that no matter what, you're teaching people something even better than what you're repeating. You understand? Because every single day you have to focus upon teaching something new every single day so that you can focus upon a greater life for yourself. Now that's the whole point. The point is making sure that you have the courage and ability to go and a video today so that you can go and really, really prosper and succeed and give people much more knowledge about yourself and go and understand how to be much more free with yourself. So if you go and really communicate daily with yourself and giving ideas all the time and making sure you're in front of people and just really, really lifting your vibe in front of them, you're just making sure you're always lifting your own vibe the most, because that's the most important. So every single day, never ever be afraid of anybody if you can communicate. I mean, understand? But if you are understanding that no matter what you're doing in life, you must be able to communicate regardless of what you are doing. You mustn't be understanding that if you're living today in your life, you're also able to communicate in some type or shape or form. You must understand every single day that what's important is English writing skills and being able to speak multiple languages. So if you can speak several languages, you are also the smartest individual in the world. So focus on that every single day and understand that no matter what, that if you're creating a nice, beautiful PowerPoint with your nice, beautiful seminars and whatever you have going for you, you must understand that it's going to lead you and guide you into what to say as well. So I understand every single day you must focus on being much more professional in front of a crowd, and you must be focusing upon understanding that if you're going to be a public speaker and going to be a leadership guru somewhere around the world, you have to start doing YouTube videos right now, and you have to understand to have a social media profile with your website on it And you have to understand either way, you have to have a professional website, you have to be giving money for your business to grow. And you have to understand every single day that business is a money business, and it's also a growth business, and it's also Jesus business. So I understand every single day that if you just understand that it's a communicational business where you're growing and growing and growing, you have to understand that's the whole point. Now, the whole point is making sure that you're making more of everything come true for your life so that you can succeed. But understand this, that if you go and understand that no matter what situation you are in right now, you can overcome it because you are going through phases of life. You went through the childhood phase, you went through the adolescent phase, you are going through the teenage age. You're going through the teenage age, you're going through every kind of phase in your life. Understand? So every single day, you're going through the adult phase, then you're going to understand you have the 30s phase, you have the 40s phase, you have the 50s phase, you understand? Every single age that you have is a phase. Every single molecule of a beard or a nice, beautiful look that you have today is a new phase of your life. Understand? So if you're looking new all the time, for sure, that's the best phase. For sure, the best phase is looking new all the time and looking refreshing and understanding you look sexy like James Bond of growth, which is I. Understand? You have to look very, very sexy all the time. You understand? You have to make sure every single day that everybody around you is sexier and sexier and sexier because sexy people make people sexier. Understand? So every single day that if you focus upon understanding that there's nothing to be afraid of as long as you're communicating in front of people but being fast about it, then understand every single day to go do your content go do your content indoors and in front of people and in front of other people, and then go and make a nice beautiful seminar in front of people anywhere in the world, and then make sure you're doing your content in front of them if you're in a hostel or if you're in a motel or wherever you are. Go and do it in front of your parents as well. You understand? But if they tell you to get lost and if they tell you to go over there somewhere, you must understand, then stop the video and just go somewhere else and do it. Because otherwise, we have some crybabies and they're very big suki babies, you understand? So what you need to do is just go somewhere else, you understand? Because every single day, focus on understanding that either way, that if you ask, you shall receive, you understand? But if you deny people about what they ask, you then are denying yourself of something as well. Understand? So guess what? I realized that if you deny other people, you're then denying yourself. So accept what people want from you and then give them what you want. Understand? Because if they ask you for anything, you must be able to give them that. Now, every single day, focus upon that. Focus upon understanding that no matter what they ask, you must be understanding every single day to never kill yourself, but follow Jesus Christ's commandments. But understand that if you ask Jesus about anything, Jesus will give you the most common sense answer every single day. So focus upon understanding that if you just go to the word I, you make the focus about your life in the word I, and then that way you're going to prosper, you're going to succeed every single day, and you're going to understand that no matter what, you make sure that you're looking better and richer every single day so you can grow yourself at the moment, and making sure that your life is always prospering in different ways. So you understand that no matter what, that your life coaching videos will prosper and grow and succeed and be abundant every single day if you understand how to grow. Now, if you understand how to read faster and faster and faster, you'll understand also how to do faster. In a sense, so what you need to do for the next lifetime is understand that you have to read more and you have to do more. Now, if you understand that no matter what, that as you grow up, your responsibility becomes more. You understand? Because if it never becomes more, then guess what happens? You then become a homeless individual. You understand? So it's either more in life or homeless. What do you want? Do you want more or do you want homelessness? Guess what? You have to have more in life. So you have to go and take more responsibility so you never become homeless. I want that for you. I want you to understand every single day that I want you to have more in life. I want you to understand every single day that if you understand what I'm doing in life, you understand why I make music, you understand why I do what I do, because I'm successful. Understand? It's so simple. How much money do I have? I have all the money in the world, man. Where's my bank account? Prove it to me. Show me your bank account so I can see, man. Guess what? I'm showing you right now, man. Look at my video, man. You understand what I'm talking about? Guess what? Every single day that when I teach you and 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 teach you about everything, I have everything in life. You understand me? I'm a life coach, man. I have everything. I have all the money in the world. How much money do you want me to have? I have everything I ever need in this lifetime. I have Jesus Christ in my life, man. Jesus Christ is more worth than the bank account I have. You understand? Guess what? Every single day, focus upon understanding that. Focus upon understanding that if you go and prosper other people every single day and you're really, really growing other people in daily life and you're doing something every single day to succeed, you're focusing on smart communicational skills daily to have the best vocals and to have the best persona with yourself and to make sure that whatever's happening around the world, that you're growing in your life, and then you're making sure you're updating yourself with the news around you. You're making sure every single day that you have a social career. You must understand you have to be a social worker. I'm a social worker right now. I'm a psychologist. I'm a philosopher. I'm somebody who's a philosophist. You understand? I'm a philosophic. You understand? I'm making sure every single day I'm using all the words. I'm using all the words of the dictionary every single day. I'm using the encyclopedia. I say, get me the Bible of Jesus Christ. You understand? Because I understand I have the Bible of Jesus Christ right here as well. So I'm actually always determining myself to get it right now, so I can teach you something, so I can go and really understand that no matter what, that it's time to understand the Bible a bit. So when I really go and teach you the Bible, and somebody complains about me doing it, I'll show you something. I'll show you something that every single day, that if you go and read something about the Bible, for example, you say, for example, that there is now the angels, now the two angels came to the Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gates of Sodom. I mean, this is just talking about the nice, beautiful way of how it's about to start, and about the nice, beautiful totality of the Bible. So it says over here, for example, that then the nice, beautiful Lord appeared to him by the Terebinth trees of Mamre, and he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. Now, if you understand, you have to appeal to people, is what this nice, beautiful Bible says. That if you understand that God came to you first, for example, so what you do every single day is understand that if you just go and read just a bit by bit and by bit every single day, and you just give people some nice, beautiful, let's say, motivation about the Bible every single day, you're going to learn yourself about what Jesus Christ done in the Bible as well. So if you understand that God here is appearing to people, you understand? So if you understand to appear to people as well, you also understand how you get attention. You understand? So you have to be in front of people to get attention. So you have to sell yourself. And you have to understand that no matter what you're doing in daily life, you have to understand to be the first one. Now, it says over here that God appeared to him. You understand? Now, if you understand to appear to people first, it means to put yourself first. So if you go call your father first, it's because you're putting yourself first in that situation. You're giving of yourself to put yourself first in the situation to give somebody a phone call. So if you give your life in any form right now, you're giving yourself first. You're putting yourself first in that nice, beautiful area of life. So if you understand that if I call you first, I'm putting myself first. I mean, you understand? That's how it is. So you have to put yourself first. So if you put yourself first, you have to be the first one to appeal to them first. You have to be the first one to do it much greater than them. You have to be the first one to have the woman before them. You have to have the first one. You have to have everything the first time. You understand? You have to be the first one on the plane. You have to be the first one to leave. You have to be the first one to travel somewhere. You have to be the first one to go into a zone that nobody else has. You understand? You have to be the first one, because it says here the Lord appeared to him. You understand? Now, just by that nice, beautiful sentence, I can really tell you right now that it's all about giving. So because the Lord appeared to him, and because the Lord went into the individual's nice, beautiful life, you must understand either way that Mamre is his name. Now, you must understand that no matter what, that if you go in front of that nice, beautiful place and you go and appear to somebody, you must understand that it's because you love them. I mean, if I appear in your life and I say hi, I mean, it's because I love you. I mean, you understand? Because I came to see you, and I came to make sure that you have everything you ever need. I mean, so every single day, if I appear to you and I'm giving you my life this way. I mean, saying if I come to you to shake your hand, I'm giving you something, aren't I? I mean, if I come to you to give you a hug, I'm giving you something. I mean, so every single day, focus upon understanding that if you want to go throughout life, you have to appeal to people first. I mean, if you want to have attention and social interactions and anything in terms of life, you have to appeal to them first. You have to go to other people first. You understand? Because everything in terms of life you have with other people. I mean, you have everything with yourself as well. You can do everything with yourself, but you need other people to grow as well. So what you do is the Lord appeared to him. You also go to them as well. You go to them, for example, and then you make sure every single day that you're the only prosperous individual who can help people. Understand? I mean, that's the only aspect of life that you ever need to do, is appeal to people first and then make people much more aware about you, is what this Bible is saying. So if you go and understand every single day that if you want whatever you want in life, I'm sure you can understand to get it in front of people. And then you have to go and really label yourself in front of people to understand how to really do that daily. Now, if you understand, for example, I have a nice, beautiful way of saying, and I said, please, my brethren, I said, do not do so wickedly. Now, you must never do anything wickedly, is this nice, beautiful Bible saying. You must understand that if you go and teach people everything about the Lord, I see over here, for example, it says, and the Lord said, I say, shall I hide from Abraham what I am doing? I realize now, you must understand that the Lord here is asking, who is Jesus Christ. Now, you must understand that Jesus Christ is asking here, I mean, do I have to hide from you? I mean, why does he have to hide from you? I mean, so people here are asking him. So I just really skipped a chapter over here in terms of just some words over here. I just read one word from chapter 18 here, and then guess what? I went 1,000 words into the next chapter, for example. And you must understand either way that I already see what's happening in this nice, beautiful scenario. I mean, do I have to show? Jesus Christ is asking him, shall I hide from you? Or, guess what? They, in terms of life, are already, let's say, fighting him. People are fighting him for showing up to them. Understand? People are already arrogant about Jesus Christ coming and appearing to those people. Understand? So that's what's already happening in the Bible over here. So you understand, for example, if I appear to you and then you get upset to me and then I say, shut up, do I have to hide from you or something? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset that I'm coming and showing up myself to love you, for example? Why do you go and be angry at me? In a sense, so that's what Jesus is asking them right now. So I understand that if you understand, for example, that people who are in your life may be arrogant because you're in their life. So if you're understanding this, you must understand that Jesus says, go up to them and go and really, really speak to them as much as you can, because Jesus Christ says so, that if you understand Jesus Christ is never afraid of anything and never tried to back away from angry people or serial killers or anybody. Understand? So make sure you understand to never be afraid. So what did Jesus Christ do? Make sure you understand that Jesus Christ, regardless of whether they're going to kill him or not, Jesus Christ can escape really quickly, but he never wants to escape the people. He wants to go to the people regardless, because he's never afraid of people, you know what I'm saying? So guess what? I realize even though they're going to whip him and all this, God sees everything before it happens. Understand? So you must understand that the Bible is already ahead of time about everything. If you want to understand anything in life, you have to understand the book of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So if you understand every single day, then when you go and read something about the Bible, you'll learn something every single day about it. So if you just go and look at the words where it says Lord, you understand to read those parts in the Bible, and you understand, for example, it says over here, so the Lord said, I see, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, I see, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. Now, if you understand that no matter what that God's saying here, that you have to understand that every single time, you just go and read it much more, because I have to understand more about this one. Now, I understand although that Jesus Christ over here is saying something about making sure that he will do something for the people if the people are helping him. Do you understand? So if you're helping people over here every single day, you have to understand every single day that no matter what kind of words it is, you can teach people about those words that Jesus Christ is saying every single day. Or you can teach people about the Bible of Jesus Christ in different ways, and then understand either way that if you focus upon understanding that you shall be in my command, or you shall say what you want to do and then do it, is what Jesus Christ is saying here. You must understand either way that if you go and be much more integrity in your life and you're doing something great for yourself every single day, you're focusing on a better life for yourself, you're making sure that you're living prosperous in your daily life, and then you're understanding either way that you're never going to be afraid because you have the Bible of Jesus Christ with you. So how can you be afraid of life? Now, every single day there's always something more to say, and there's always something more to do. So if you go and focus upon understanding on how to really create YouTube videos, for example, you'll understand every single day that no matter what, you'll understand every single day, focus upon yourself and focus upon growth and focus upon understanding your video and focus upon understanding about what you're saying, regardless of what other people are saying, because that way you understand how to appeal to yourself first, and you understand how to open doors, and you understand every single day how to unlock the gates of Jesus Christ and the nice, beautiful consciousness that you have in daily life. Because what's important is communicational skills daily to make sure that you're living life. But I understand every single day that my nice, beautiful video here can be 1 hour long today. I understand, although I'm making sure I'm doing more throughout time. I make sure you understand that no matter what's happening today, is focus on understanding that every single day you continue as much as you want, because what's important is making sure that your video is heard and that you're doing a nice, beautiful courage program every single day, which is being on video in front of people, regardless of who's watching you around and who's really listening to you. Roshi, if you're giving them ideas and you're prospering and you're understanding how to communicate daily, Roshi, that's the only aspect of life that you need to do. So if you're giving those ideas daily in front of people, you're focusing upon understanding how to lead people daily, and that's the whole point of the dictionary and the encyclopedia and the words and the knowledge that you have every single day. So if you understand every single day, live people only, and then that way you're going to understand Jesus Christ, you're going to understand the word of the Bible of God. Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that no matter what's happening around the world, you focus on yourself the most, and then that way you can never be afraid. You can never be afraid of other people when you're speaking over them and when you're just living your life. I promise you now, if you're living your life, your words are sharp. Now, if you just speak over other people, you will never be intimidating about them. You understand? You'll never ever be afraid about anything if you just speak over the people. You understand? I promise you, it's that simple. Now, if you understand that if you're so silent in front of people, you have to understand you can be silent in front of people, but if they're violent with you, you must understand every single day, focus on never be violent. Focus on never being violent in the first place, and then that way, you'll live a peaceful life regardless. Do you understand? I mean, if you're never violent, I mean, there's always a peaceful life. I mean, so every single day, focus upon understanding that if you just read much more wisdom about the Bible daily, you understand why I carry the Bible around. I carry the Bible around so I can teach myself everything about God, so I can understand that no matter what, there's always something more to say, and there's always something more to do. So you always have to understand to quickly scan around in the Bible of what's happening in terms of nice, beautiful dictionary of life. So I understand every single day that here it says that the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, I see again, you shall say to the children of Israel, I see whoever of the children of Israel or of the strangers who dwell in Israel, I see who gives any of his descendants or Molech, I see he shall surely put to death, or whatever. I've now every single day. I've now Jesus Christ is over here saying that you must go to people right now to go and live your life so that you can go and prosper and lead people. And he's saying that he's saying that to Moses. I mean, do you understand? So Moses is speaking to God over here in the nice, beautiful dictionary. And guess what? It's the Bible of God. You must understand that God appears to Moses first. You understand? Because you have to understand, God always appears to you first. I mean, God came up to you first. You understand? Every single time, God's always in your face. Now, if you understand, God appears to Moses and says to Moses, hey, you must go lead Israel. You must go lead the people. You must go lead everybody. I understand? So he's saying this to Moses, but he's saying it to you also. I mean, he's talking through Moses over here. Understand? So every single day, focus on understanding that if you go and really, really lift people, you must understand every single day that God's saying for you to be positive right now in terms of Moses. And you must understand that if you go and really, really lead people for generations and give them the nice, beautiful life coaching techniques and music production and whatever you're doing in life, if you teach people and you appeal to people first, that's what Jesus Christ is also doing. You understand? Now, if you do that, you should be prosperous, Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying that you must go lead people of nations. I mean, understand? You must go travel the world as well and teach people and learn about the crowd around you and learn to appear in front of them first and be able to give first to them so that you can learn how to grow yourself and be much more compassionate and being much more selfless. You understand? Because Jesus is selfless and Jesus Christ appears to you first. You understand? Because when you're selfless, you appeal to other people. But if you're selfish, you just want to be alone. I mean, understand? But there's no evil in this planet, as God says, because God says that this world is good. Now, if you understand every single day that if you go lead nations, now I've been teaching you how to do so in my next 700 hours, and this 700 hours I have already and much more. You have to understand every single day, focus upon understanding that there's so much more to talk about every single day that you have to understand. Every single day we're moving on. Now, if you understand that, for example, here it says, you shall not eat anything with the blood, nor shall you practice divination or soothsaying. Now, if you understand, you never ever go killing people, and you never ever try to please other people, is what this nice, beautiful Bible is saying. Now, the Bible is saying that you never ever try to drop a blood from somebody else. I'm saying you never try to go stab them so that a blood drop may happen. I'm saying so every single day, focus upon understanding that God's teaching you over here in the idea that you stay away from the nice, beautiful aspect of killing people. You understand? Because anything in this life is beautiful, but understand every single day, focus upon understanding that Jesus Christ is the most beautiful. Understand? So if you focus upon understanding that no matter what, that words never harm you. But if you go and speak words all day long, you understand that every single day you're going to grow and you're going to follow Jesus Christ and the 10 Commandments of life, so that you can understand that you never ever go trying to impress people with communicational skills, but try to impress yourself by growing yourself first, and then understand that other people never other people never, let's say, in terms of help you about anything unless you understand that it's just you that is helping you daily. So if you understand to help yourself daily, I've already shown you that it's more about helping other people to soothe them in a way that you're helping yourself grow. You understand? Because if you're trying to help people grow and you're trying to put other people first, that's when the blood flow happens. Understand? Blood flow happens in terms of killing other people happens when other people are putting other people first. So when people are putting other people first, that's when there's violence around town. That's when everybody is just going downhill. So you have to understand that what's important is making sure that you're much more, let's say, appropriate about your life and making sure every single day you're growing your heart out. You must understand that no matter what, you never cause people violence. Make sure every single day that you're teaching the word of God in some aspect of life, and then skipping the nice, beautiful, let's say, Bible, so you can go and teach people other aspects of the Bible, so you can just keep learning and learning and learning for the rest of your life in different ways. So if you just understand every single day that when I go about my life, for example, I'm going teaching every single day about the Bible and the Jesus Christ methods, even I understand that no matter what, that the more I read about the Bible, I understand the more I need the Bible. I always need the Bible to read it. I always need to read everything. Understand? Because I want to reference. I want to understand that the Bible is made for I, so that I can go and read it to you, so I can teach you something about it, so that you can go and teach other people about it, because that's what the messengers of God do. And every single day we are going to focus upon understanding, and no matter what we're doing every single day, we're going to focus upon a better life. We're going to focus on better skills. We're going to focus on better mentality every single day. But we're focusing on making sure that we're teaching the Lord of Jesus Christ, which is Jesus Christ and God. Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that no matter what, we're just learning to really, really dwell upon the information. And now I see it says over here that if he strikes him with a wooden hand weapon by which one could die, I see, and he does die, I see he is a murderer. I see the murderer shall surely be put to death. Now, God here is saying that anybody who murders other people shall also be put to death. I mean, do you understand? So, guess what? I mean, that's why we have a prison cell today, or else that's why we have jail cells today. You understand? Because if you go around killing people today, the police will come kill you. Is what the Bible's. That's what the Bible of Jesus Christ says. So, if you understand, never go killing people. Understand? Because guess what? I mean, then you shall surely be put to death, because other people will try to kill you. Understand? I mean, if you try to kill other people, other people will try to kill you. I mean, what you do to others is what you do to yourself. Understand? So guess what? Or else that you must understand to have a greater attitude with yourself, so that other people have a greater attitude with you. Understand? So what you do to yourself every single day is what you're doing to others. So what you're doing for yourself every single day is what you're doing for others. So I understand every single day that I'm focusing on a greater life for myself daily, but I'm making sure I have faith in Jesus Christ daily, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm just growing my heart out every single day in front of a camera and in front of people. I'm always talking, I'm always doing something incredible, but making sure you understand now that Jesus Christ says so. Jesus Christ says here that I never want you in prison. I want you to follow the 10 Commandments. I want you to understand to go lead people of nations. I never want you to go murder people. I never want you to go killing people, because it's never the way. The way is Jesus Christ. You understand? Because Jesus Christ never goes killing people, and Jesus Christ never goes and, let's say, murders people. You understand? Now, every single day, you focus upon understanding that Jesus Christ's way is the best way. Now, if you understand that no matter what, I just go and look for some other nice, beautiful sentence over here. So it says, so you shall not pollute the land where you are. I see, for blood defiles the land. I see, and no anointment can be made for the land. I see, for the blood that is shed on it. I see, except by the blood of him who shed it. Now, guess what? It says over here that you must respect yourself more than anything in the world. Now, if you understand that, you must never ever shed blood of anybody, is what this Bible is saying. The Bible of Jesus Christ is saying right here. You must understand that you are the most important in your life. You must understand that every single day, that if you just focus on yourself, how can you focus on other people then? If you never focus on other people, you'll never be a murderer. You understand? You'll never be a murderer as long as you focus on yourself, is what I'm saying. So if you just stick to yourself and you are the way, you must understand you are safe in Jesus Christ's name. You understand? But people who are shedding blood today are focusing on other people more than themselves. So if I focus on you more than I then want to kill you. You understand? I never want to kill you, but that's what they did to Jesus Christ. And now Jesus Christ over here came to the people to teach them all this, but guess what they did? They were focusing on Jesus Christ more than themselves. And then Jesus Christ attracts them as killers. You understand? But they are unaware that they have to focus on themselves rather than Jesus Christ here. But Jesus Christ has so much of their attention over here that they are just like vampires coming after you to kill you. Understand? So what you need to realize every single day is focus on understanding that you go and really pronounce yourself better, and focus on your nice, beautiful word I, and then understand that you're teaching all the time about your life, and then focus on understanding that if you're teaching the word of God, and no matter what's happening in your life, you're going to go back to you, because you're the way, and you're going to really, really never be a criminal. You're never going to be anything other than Jesus Christ today, because that's the way of life. Now, if you understand that, now we're moving on. Now, every single day you look at one sentence, and then we're going to really, really recap the sentence. So I see here, I commanded your judges at that time, saying, here the care. I see here the cases between your brethren, and judge righteously between a man and his brother, or the stranger, or in terms of who is with him. I say, you shall not show partially in judgment. You shall hear the small as well as the great. I say you shall not be afraid in any man's presence, for the judgment is God's. I say the case that is too hard for you, bring to me, in terms of I will hear it. Now God's saying over here, you must never ever, let's say, be afraid of other people. I mean, if they're trying to, let's say, disturb you, and they're trying to complain about you, and they're trying to cause you violence, I mean, stand up to them. I mean, that's what Jesus Christ is saying. I mean, stand up to them. I mean, what did Jesus Christ do in front of people in terms of Israel and in terms of the city of Israel over there? I mean, all of them want to kill him except for Mary and the 12 disciples and their wives. I mean, you understand? Now, everybody else, I mean, do you understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that what you say happens. Now, if you focus on understanding that your word is the truth, and if you focus on your life, you're going to be integrity. You're going to focus on every single day, focusing on your life and your God, which is you. You must understand you're your own God. I mean, if you just embrace that every single day, focus on saying I am God every single day, and then focus on understanding that no matter what, that you must never be afraid of anybody because God says so. I mean, God says stand up to them. I mean, stand up to the bullies. I mean, look at them in the face and say what? I mean, why are you so angry? I mean, why do you want to kill me? I mean, why are you doing this to me? I mean, ask them questions. I mean, try to unlock their mindsets. You understand? So every single day you're focusing on that, and then you're focusing on understanding to have faith. You're focusing on every single day, focusing on yourself to go and really, really dwell upon Jesus Christ's Bible every single day, because I understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you're focusing on doing something amazing for yourself, because that's what you need to do. You need to understand that other people are going to let you do what you need to do, because I am here talking about the Bible of Jesus Christ. You can never be against me. You can never go against me when I'm talking about the Bible, man. I understand. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that if somebody goes against you talking about the Bible of Jesus Christ, I promise you they're against Jesus Christ too. So guess what happens? I stand up to them right now and say, guess what? I mean, what do you want, man? I mean, why do you want to attack me, man? I'm just here doing a video. I'm just here relaxing over here. I'm just making sure I'm having a nice, beautiful time with myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making sure that no matter what, I never need other people around me. I just need the Bible of Jesus Christ, man, right here. I mean, guess what? I mean, the Bible of Jesus Christ over here gives me the most beautiful knowledge that I need every single day to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just keep going, because guess what? I have the courage to do so. I mean, if you go and really, really speak out the Bible of Jesus Christ in front of people, you will build all the leadership skills you ever want. Because how can people go against Jesus Christ too? I understand? You can never go against I when I have Jesus Christ with me. I understand? So every single day, focus upon understanding that if you just go and really dwell upon your life, and you're really successful, and you're really doing something amazing for yourself, you're going to focus on doing the nice, beautiful Bible in front of people, and then focus on understanding that you can go and create big seminars around the Bible of Jesus Christ. And then guess what? You're a life coach as well. And because you're understanding that you go and live your daily life as well, you go and teach people how you're living life basing on Jesus Christ. And then every single day, focus on the words of Jesus Christ every single day. And that's why I did go and steal the Bible of somebody, so I can go and teach you something. I go and steal the Bible of Jesus Christ from somebody. I mean, literally, so that I can go and really teach you something. In a sense, so am I really teaching? I mean, guess what? I'm teaching it. I mean, you understand? I never stole it in the first place. I'm just borrowing it. You understand? So every single day, focus on understanding that if I have a good use for something, I take it from you. I'll go steal your car. You understand? I'll steal your car to go help Jesus Christ with it. You understand? Because guess what? I mean, I can. I have the authority to do so. I understand? I can steal your car and never give it back to you, so that I can help Jesus Christ grow. Understand? I promise you now, it's a nice, beautiful devotion that you're giving God something here. You're giving God your car to help me to teach Jesus Christ. And you may be saying, who took my car, man? I mean, who took my car? But I took it off you so I could teach Jesus Christ with it. I mean, understand? So every single day, focus upon understanding that is the way to go. I mean, if you have a greater purpose for what you're using, you can always have it. Understand? I mean, just take it from somebody and have a good use to teach Jesus Christ with it. And now it's yours completely. I mean, if somebody has a phone there, I mean, if you steal the phone, make sure you're teaching somebody on that phone about Jesus Christ. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's your phone now. I mean, it's your phone. I mean, take it from them so you can teach Jesus Christ. That's it. You're never a thief. You're just making sure that you can go and lift people. I mean, every single day, focus upon understanding that if you never teach Jesus Christ, but you're teaching, I mean, let's say, for example, that you steal something from somebody, but you're never teaching the Bible of God. Now you're a thief. I mean, now you're somebody of, let's say, an individual, of a murderer, and somebody who's going to kill somebody. You understand? Because those people are thieves and robbers and the crowd, for example. So what you need to do every single day is focus upon understanding that you never be the crowd, but be Jesus Christ's Bible. And that way nothing will be, let's say, in your favor except you and Jesus Christ, and in terms of God and understanding every single day, that's all you ever need. So if you understand, for example, over here, I just go and read something else. I realize it says, look, I see the Lord your God has set the land before you. I see, go up and process it. I see, as the Lord God of your fathers has spoken to you. I see, do not fear or be discouraged. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's plain and simple, isn't it? I mean, make sure you're motivating yourself. I mean, make sure you have more leadership, is what Jesus Christ is saying. I mean, make sure you're growing from something in terms of the Bible. I mean, make sure you understand that there have been people before you who are teaching you the Bible, who are trying to lead you here as well. So focus upon understanding that every single day you focus upon loving your life and never be in discouragement of yourself. So make sure you are always lifting people and talking better for yourself. That's it. Now, if you understand that there's so much more to read about the Bible every single day, now you just have to go into it. You have to dwell into it. You have to look for a nice, beautiful paraphrase over here, and you have to understand that. Look for the words where it says Lord, for example, and then I'm just going to see that, for example. So, I never shall die of thirst. I understand, although that what's amazing is every single day you're focusing on something. I see, for example, somebody saying that they will serve the Lord over here. I see a trumpet. I see, then you shall say Absalom. I see rains in the Hebron. I see all that is just praying. I mean, they're all praying over here about Jesus Christ, and they're making sure that they can go and deliver Jesus Christ a message in this Bible. So if you just read it, if you just read a bit of words from the Bible here and there, you may pick it up. You may pick up what's happening around the world and what's happening in your life today. So if you just focus on yourself all day long, is what this Bible is saying. First, now every single day I see my Lord the King commands. So people over here are saying about Jesus Christ and talking about Jesus Christ over here and what happened behind Jesus Christ in terms of anything that's behind Jesus Christ is in the Bible now. So it's all, let's say, exposing itself, but it's just giving a story about how people are toward Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is giving them referencing in the Bible here to say, hey, these are the people here who love Jesus Christ. I mean, and that's that. I'm approaching that every single day, focus upon understanding that there's more to do every single day to lift people. But if you just go and read something that you love to do, for example, you must understand you just go do yourself, and then you say, I see, then the Lord gave Israel a deliverer so that they escaped from under the hand of the Syrians, and the children of Israel dwelt in their tents as before. I mean, Jesus Christ came to the Israelites over here and to the people and said, hey, you guys are free to go. I mean, you guys can go anywhere. I mean, you guys are no longer slaves. I mean, Jesus went up to the people who were acting like slaves and said, you guys are free from this place. I want you guys to leave this place right now. I mean, guess what happened? I mean, you must understand that from this point on, I mean, people came to Jesus Christ to really, really ask Jesus Christ, why did you tell them this? Because guess what? I mean, Jesus Christ says that it's a free world. I mean, it's a free world. I mean, it's a free world to be able to go to people and command people what to do and why to do it. I mean, guess what? I mean, it's a free world to tell people what to do. I mean, Jesus is saying is tell people what to do in this planet because people need to be told what to do. Understand? Because people have to understand what to do. I mean, they have to understand the Bible too. I mean, the whole Bible is what to do. I mean, what do you need to do in life? I mean, you have to look at Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ will tell you what to do, and then you do it. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's how it is. I understand that people never love being told what to do. I was one of them. But guess what? I understand that when Jesus tells me what to do, I just go and do it. I understand now I have to love that. I have to love to be able to be told what to do. I understand? But I understand that what's amazing is tell other people what to do. But if you show people what to do, I mean, guess what? I mean, really, that here in the Bible, I mean, Jesus Christ is only showing people what to do. I mean, Jesus Christ is showing you what to do. But if you want to do it or not, I mean, that's up to you. But that's the way to do it. But if you understand that Jesus Christ never goes making them, Jesus Christ never goes making an employee base where he's going to fire your ass. Because if you never do it, then he may fire your ass. You understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, Jesus Christ wants to help you. So if Jesus Christ builds a massive company of 1,000 employees, all of you will be in that company forever, security style. I mean, you will never lose your job, is what Jesus Christ is saying. I mean, Jesus Christ never wants you to lose your job. Understand? I mean, Jesus Christ wants you to have security. But those people who say, hey, that they say that you are worth something in terms of some type of plastic money or something, and then they say, you made one mistake over here, but we don't want you anymore because you made that one mistake, and now you're fired from this place, mate, and I want you to leave this place because you made one mistake. I mean, guess what? I mean, now you're out of a job, But guess what? You do. You just go find a better job because those people are so stupid to even fire you. Because guess what? I mean, does Jesus fire you? I mean, does Jesus go around, let's say, disturbing people in a negative way and taking away your job? I mean, no. I mean, Jesus Christ adds jobs to people. I mean, so if you go add jobs and add employees and add people to your basement and to your repertoire and to your nice, beautiful numbers list and have a nice, beautiful contacts list and add people only and never try to delete numbers, for example, is what Jesus Christ is saying. I mean, never try to do anything other than growing yourself. So if you go and smell yourself every single day in a better way, you're going to focus on understanding that no matter what you're doing in daily life, you're going to learn about yourself and the Bible every single day, and you're going to focus upon loving your life in different ways of life every single day. So focus upon understanding that when you have silence between you and other people, it's because you can do your work for free every single day, is what Jesus Christ is telling me in silence right now. I can understand, I can speak to God in silence, I can see it. But now, if you understand that no matter what, that I'm just somebody now who's just really understanding that God speaks to you in silence. But now, every single day, focus upon understanding that there's so much more to do in daily life. But if you go and focus on your life every single day, I see it's just make sure you understand that God's saying really, really nice things about everybody. I mean, in the sense every single day, focus upon really, really going and delivering a nice, beautiful attitude. But the nice, beautiful silence around you is God. You have to understand it's Jesus Christ. Now, if you understand, for example, it says over here, I see, then the Lord gave Israel. I read that already. I see over here it says, and Joseph said to the priests, I see all the money of the dedicated gifts that are brought into the house of the Lord. I see each man's census money and each man's assessment money and all the money that a man purposes in the heart to bring into the house of the Lord. I see now, you must understand that this is saying over here that whatever you have in life, you must give it to God. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's all that this individual who is Joshua is saying, for example. So, I mean, Joshua is a nice, beautiful Jesus Christ that's saying this. So they call him Joshua. And I understand either way, you must understand that it's really his name. You must understand that Jesus Christ's name is all names in life. But if you understand that no matter what, that he goes up to the priest over here and he says that whatever you have today, you must give it to God. You must understand that you must give of your life. You must understand that no matter what you have in their life, you must go and really deliver your life in a greater way. You must understand every single day to focus upon righteousness and being able to give everything of your life so you can go and really grow people and making sure that no matter what, that you're just really, really delivering God a message over here. So if you're delivering God a message to help the people of the planet every single day in a different way, and you're focusing upon different aspects of life daily, you'll feel the Bible of God and you'll feel the power of God with you. If you teach if you teach the Bible with God right here in this nice, beautiful video, I feel God's presence with me while I teach you, because I understand that if you stand for God, I mean, God will stand for you as well. So I understand that no matter what, that if you go and really, really want to be powerful, or I mean, if you want to be powerful, I mean, just go and pick up the Bible every single day and just focus upon understanding that the Bible itself is going to give you so much strength. It's going to give you so much strength to do anything that you want. You have to be so powerful. You have to be so much more courageous than you are, because I understand that no matter what, that if you're about to cry because of anything, you have to understand you have to have more power. You have to understand every single day that the more you cry, you must understand the more you have to understand how to grow with the Bible. You understand? So every single day, focus on understanding that Jesus Christ never does cry. Understand? But guess what? Every single day, focus on that. Understand that Jesus Christ never did cry in his life. Understand? Jesus Christ never did cry in life. Understand? So I understand that. I can see that now. So if you understand to never cry in life, never try to cry, because Jesus Christ tells you to never cry. You understand? Never cry, but go be happier. Go be happier. We never want you sad, is what God's saying. You understand? So if you understand no matter what, to go and really, really prosper and be abundant and be strong and be rich, but if you have God's presence with you, nobody can stop you. Understand? You can just go and do whatever you want. Everybody else is gone. Everybody else flees when you're talking about God. You understand? So every single day, focus upon understanding that there's nothing to be afraid of. But the Bible is so heavy right now. I'm holding the Bible, and it's so heavy in my hand. It's so powerful. And you have to understand, no matter what, I can feel the presence of the Bible. Now, if you understand that no matter what, that information just digs deep into what you want to say. So if you just go and say it, every single day you're going to dig into the roots of your behavior, and you're going to understand how to grow real strength in yourself, to understand how to become much more of a man or a woman. And if you understand that, that's all you have to do is just focus on yourself. And if you focus on yourself, you have the Bible. Who can be against you? Now, every single day, there's so much more to talk about, but really lead yourself into the Bible of Jesus Christ and talk and talk and talk and then understand that's the only way. But understand, for example, over here it says, so King Joshua called the Jehoiada, the priest, and the other priests, and said to them, why have you not repaired the damages of the temple? Now therefore do not take more money from your constituency, constituency, constituency. I have to sometimes pronounce my different words because this word over here I never did pronounce it before. Constituency. Back then they do have a word like that. Now either way, you must understand that it says, but deliver it for repairing the damages of the temple. Now either way, they're asking Jesus Christ over here, why are you coming over here to help us and to repair the temple and all this? And Jesus Christ is saying over here, hey, I came to help you guys, so let's just make sure that we can go and do something right now to make sure that everybody can get healed, in terms of that everybody can go, so that everybody can go and get nice, beautiful knowledge from Jesus Christ right now, so that we can go to a setting around the temple, so that we can sit down and so that we can talk, is what Jesus Christ is saying over here. In a sense, so people want to ask Jesus questions in the temple, and they're asking, why did you come, is what the Bible is saying. Because any type of question that people are asking you is why. If I ask you what, I ask you why. If I'm asking you how, I'm asking you why. If I ask you who, I'm asking you why as well. So every single question is always a why. So I understand every single day Jesus Christ is saying to people, hey, gather up in the temple at this certain time and this certain date, and I want to help you guys grow in this certain time. That's it. Now, if you understand that, now we just go and move on. It says over here, now the rest of the acts of Joshua, Joshash, now the rest of the acts of Joash, now the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Judah? Now here, they're asking people, what did they say, for example? So they're asking exactly, and I realize in terms of the Bible, it's written exactly as it said. Understand? So that's exactly as it said. So anything that's a question is what we're saying over here. So forget exactly anything other than making sure that you understand it's just a question. I understand that when people talk in this manner where they're talking in a certain word form, you never have to focus on that really. But when there's a question here, you just have to understand that they're asking Jesus a question. Forget what kind of question it is. Guess what? Jesus will tell you what they're asking for. Understand? So when you see a question mark, Jesus replies, and that's the question. Understand? When you reply to people, you have that nice, beautiful question going. So if you ask me what is the car name, you understand, then I reply, I understand that the car name is making sure that you live your life. For example. And then guess what? Does it matter what type of question you actually did ask me? Actually, no. It actually matters what did I reply to the question. Understand? Because it's about a car, and where did I lead you? I lead you straight to yourself. Forget the car, man. Forget the car. Look at yourself, man. Understand? I'm telling you that. Understand? So if you understand that, you understand that we're moving on. I'm promising now every single day that no matter what, I see in the 23rd year of Joash, which is Jesus Christ here, I see the son of Elijah, I see king of Judah, I see Jehoahaz, I see the son of Jehu, I see became king over Israel in Samaria and reigned 17 years. Now that's pretty straightforward, and this is just saying what has been going on around Jesus in the time of Jesus Christ. Now, if you understand that, I'm still learning about everything. Then the Lord gave Israel. I read that already. Now, what else is around here? Now, I see the time exactly of where Jesus Christ is in the Bible over here. Now, if you see, for example, and he did evil in the sight of the Lord. He did not depart from the sins of Jeroboam. The son of Nebat, who he made Israel sin. Now somebody over here is going against Jesus Christ and wants to kill Jesus Christ. Understand? And you have to understand that he's just doing an evil deed over here. That's what the Bible is saying. Now, if you understand, for example, he restored the territory of Israel from the entrance of Hamath. Now that's all part of that guy. Now, if you understand, although that before the Lord saw the affliction of Israel, he was very bitter, and he whether bond or free, there was no helper for Israel. Now that means that he never wants to go to Jesus Christ for anything, this individual. So I understand either way that what Jesus Christ does here is Jesus Christ just goes somewhere else, and that's it. Because eventually they come up to him. I mean, eventually this individual is going behind Jesus. By you have to understand. Either way, we're moving on. Every single day, focus upon understand that and the Lord did not say that he would blot out the name of Israel from under heaven, but he saved them by the hand of Jeroboam and the son of Joash. Now, Jesus Christ is saying that if you shall do anything about what's going on around the world and those people who are against you, you must understand either way to save them and to make sure that you're giving them knowledge and material and everything that you have in terms of wisdom, because everything is wisdom. And that's what Jesus Christ is saying, that regardless of this man who wants to kill him, that no matter what, that he's going to go around in front of people who want to kill him, and he's going to teach them everything. Because never be afraid is what Jesus Christ is saying over here. So I understand either way that gives you faith and courage and strength to understand to never be afraid, because Jesus Christ just wants to teach people. What? You want to kill me? Go ahead. That's what Jesus Christ is saying. Every single day, you see now, it says over here, now the rest of the acts of Jeroboam and all that he did, his might, now that's all talking about that kind of guy. Now, it's all talking about Jesus Christ over here in terms of the Bible. Now, we're moving on. Now, if you understand that no matter what, here, for example, let's say over here, for example, I'm just looking for a nice, beautiful way to teach you something. So when I teach you, I'm always learning myself about what's going on in the Bible as well. But if you just read little statements, just read little statements about everything, and then eventually you're going to grow the courage you need to go and lead people as well. So that's what I feel in the Bible already. So every single time I learn and grow, I have much more contentment in my word to be able to go and teach people and love my life, and to be able to show people exactly who I am, because there's nothing to hide over here. So Jesus Christ says, never hide a soul. Never hide from who you want to be. Never hide from the life you want to have. You know what I'm saying? So if you go and really dwell upon Jesus Christ's Bible and dwelling upon life to grow, you'll focus on the best areas of life, and you'll focus on the best aspects of life every single day to focus upon how you can give. You know what I'm saying? So when you give, you're making sure all the time that you're looking for a better way, you're looking for something newer to say. I understand, although, that you guys now can really dwell upon this nice, beautiful video, but I hope you do enjoy this video every single day, and understand that no matter what, you guys have me for the next 72 years to teach you everything about life. So if I come into a nice, beautiful area today, just make sure that no matter what, that you come see me, but just understand either way that the God's nice, beautiful Bible is free every single day, so that you can go and check it out every single day and go and teach people the Bible, so you can go and gain strength.